amados, vocês sabiam que essas gameplays que vocês assistem aqui no canal do YouTube são da live que eu faço no Facebook? O link é fb.gg/Riyuuka e a nossa live começa às 4 da tarde. A gente teve uma mudancinha de horário pra tornar a live mais acessível pra que mais gente consiga assistir e a gente sempre tá fazendo entre 7 e 10 horas de stream. Eu também trabalho com lançamentos de PC e console, ou seja, a gente tá trazendo jogo de PC, PS4, Switch e PS5. Então não perde a stream, dá uma passadinha, você vai ser muito bem-vindo. Um beijo e bom vídeo pra você. Bora.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Singer, Senior Vice President of Publisher and Developer Relations at Nintendo of America.
Não tem legenda BR? Eu esqueci desse pequeno detalhe, gente, desculpa.
We can't wait to share the visions of these talented creators with all of you, so let's get to it.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate the kind words. And hi everyone.
Agora é uma câmera.
My name's Leanne, I'm the head of Riot Forge.
And I'm Rowan. I'm the creative director of Riot Forge.
Riot Forge is Riot Games' third-party publishing division. We've been working on Riot Forge for a few
lindo
years
dela.
now, and we get to work with some awesome partners from all around the world. And these partners are really focused on building completable League of Legends games.
Dela é muito lindo.
It's all about stories. We want to tell...
Não tô nem prestando atenção no que ela tá falando.
And that's why we're super excited to be partnering with Nintendo. The Switch is the perfect platform for these games. We've created this deep universe for 11 or so years.
Yeah, there's over 150 epic champions in League of Legends. Riot Forge games are going to let you get up close and personal with our champions, like...
Só dando um detalhe, eu já sei que o jogo do Nunu vai sair, porque como eu falei, o tio sem querer me mandou. O do Echo já tinha saído antes, né, que ele ia vir, mas eu não vi imagem. Não vi imagem de nada, só sei o que tem aqui.
Yeah, and our developers are working on some awesome stories with some of our favorite champions. So we're extremely excited to share that with you today. And I think we should get the show started.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, let's go!
Ai, tá acontecendo tanta coisa na minha vida que eu tô emotiva. Eu tô vendo isso aqui, tá me dando vontade de chorar. Eu sonhei tanto com isso aqui acontecendo. Tá um pouco alto, né? O Nunozinho. Que bonitinho. Ai, que amor, gente.
At the Killer Wars, we always try to create games that try to answer two questions. Where is the beautiful and where is the crazy? The world of Runeterra is populated by hundreds of mighty heroes. But as a creator, I was always more interested in the wrinkles. And the wrinkles are those little tiny details that define our humanity. And there is this tiny
Ele tem 4 braços.
Nunu. And Nunu, in this world of war, is just looking for his mother.
Ai, a história dele é muito triste, eu vou chorar.
Song of Nunu is a single-player narrative adventure.
Ai, gente, a história do Nunu é uma das histórias mais tristes do LoL.
It's a road trip you are doing with your best friend. Willem is like the biggest teddy bear you have ever seen. It's like a father or a protector to Nunu. And with Willem, you move through the Freljord, this frozen land.
The Freljord is an inhospitable and forgiving wasteland. But in this land, if you look here, you have the Notai. The Notai don't believe in war. They believe in stories. As the Notai say, you cannot kill a story and you cannot kill a song. Nunu is a Notai boy. And he has a magical flute.
Ai, que
You can
fofo!
make the different elements in the environment react to its notes and to its sound, solving the different challenges we encounter in the game. If you play the flute and...
Mano, será que ele vai encontrar a Alessandra? A Alessandra pega ele pra criar.
If you play the flute and it's a melody he likes, he will dance with you. But if you start making bad noises, he closes his ear and complaining like, stop that. And if you don't stop, then he throws a snowball at you.
We put so much care into the relationship between Nunu and Willem. They play together, they laugh together, they cry together, they take care of each other.
The Freljord is a magical environment, and this game is all about adventure.
Já tá melhor que a
Going to
Serafine.
be able to will explore new and exciting places they have never seen before.
You will jump, you will climb, you will ride
Ai,
jetties.
gente, que
And the
coisinha
good thing about
preciosa,
kids riding a
sabe?
jetty is that no matter how harsh the environment, everything feels like a roller coaster.
What do you do?
O barrigão dele. Ai, que jogo lindo. Eu vou chorar.
This again about friendship, pure innocent joy, hope. And
Alessandra! Alessandra! Song of Nuno.
Mom, I couldn't do it without you, buddy.
Ai, gente. Ai, meu Deus. Eu vou chorar. Ai, a história dele é tão triste. Ai, gente, a história dele é muito triste. Ai. Vai sair na Steam? Acho que vai.
So this rhythm game induces a flow state, a state of heightened mental flexibility that allows the subject
Não,
to
eu não vou chorar, não tô chorando.
master the tempo.
Esse jogo, gente.
Nobody's gonna play our game if you make it sound like homework.
Meu Deus, velho. O Six não dá, né, mano? Ele dançando. Gente, esse jogo é um caos. Olha o tanto de coisa que tem na tela. Meu Deus, esse jogo é um caos. Eu acho que a gente pode começar ele mais tarde também, quando terminar o BF com a Luma. Cara, esse jogo é um caos. Meu Deus. Meu Deus, esse jogo é um caos, velho.
When Riot Forge approached us, they said, what champions would you be interested in? Immediately, Ziggs stood out as this
O Alan Fernandes jogou hoje, ele acha que ele é pequenininho, né?
little puffball of mayhem.
And Heimerdinger is sort of this archetype of the old, you can't do that kind of character.
What?
And you put someone that doesn't care about essentially anything, will blow everything
Esses
up.
joguinhos
But someone that says you can't do
de
that.
música, assim, é curto, gente.
And
É um
it's
jogo,
just
é
magic.
um joguinho muito tiltante, às vezes.
In Hextech Mayhem, you play as Ziggs.
And the idea is that you are causing as much
Ah.
mayhem as possible.
É, que é Mayhem, né?
Go forth and explode to your heart's content.
Hextech Mayhem was inspired by basically a mashup of the auto rhythm runners that we've had in the past and like a Guitar Hero or a Rock Band gameplay mashed together.
I wouldn't want to say that Hextech Mayhem is a rhythm game. It is a music game. What that means is all of your inputs are explicitly tied to the music. That includes the rhythm, that includes the melody, that includes the bridges, the verses, and all of that.
Caralho, eu tô entendendo.
So you are playing along explicitly to the music.
The music really drives the gameplay.
So when I'm playing, I just get a smile on my face, and it's like, this music is just so happy and fun, and I'm bouncing around to it. But there are multiple levels of gameplay in this game that we've never done in the past. There's what we call the freestyle mayhem system. So there's all the prompts, and if you play them, you do it right. But then there's also hidden prompts that are not visible. They're all musical. So if you are listening to the music and you're attuned to it, you can cause tons of extra mayhem for extra bonus points and ranks, and and that's the only way that you can achieve a challenger rank.
Nem fodendo!
Ranks, and and that's the only way that you can achieve a challenger rank.
Ah, não! Meu
Stop.
Deus, será que eu consigo ser challenger nesse jogo?
But there's so much room for improvement, Heimerdinger. I'm only getting started.
Our flavor comes out through a lot of the frantic nature of the gameplay, the animations and the artistic representation of these champions that we hope is going to look fresh to League players, but also familiar. Hextech Mayhem really is for both the casual player who just wants to play a single-player League of Legends story, but also the mastery player who wants to dominate whatever game they play.
I am unstoppable. This is preposterous, Ziggs. I know. Is it?
Mano, a Riot vai dominar o mundo, velho. O eco.
We've been pretty radio silent for at least a year or two. You may remember us from the Game Awards where we showed a little teaser.
Sim.
And let me tell you, the game has evolved considerably since that day.
Oh, look.
Esse jogo sai próximo 100%, né?
We've been waiting ages to beat you up.
Que lindo!
Well, no time like the present.
Gente, que jogo lindo!
Convergence is a story about Echo and Zon, this polluted city in Runeterra.
Obrigada, Melissa, pelas
Echo
estrelas.
uncovers this plot by a group of Chimbarans,
Gente.
the organized crime of Zon.
Muito obrigada, querida.
It's a time travel story where he needs to save his city. A few years back, we got a phone call from Riot Forge. My partner called me up and said, hey, Riot wants to make a game with us. And my second child was just born. He called me. I was literally at the hospital, and I thought he was just messing with me. So I was like, I think it's a prank caller, Dan. I don't think this is real. Turns out it was, and we were pretty happy about that.
Double-selling games typically have a lot of combat and have a beautiful 2D art style. And Speed Brawl is our latest game. Riot essentially told us, we have a bunch of champions. Which one do you want to work with? And we settled on Echo, we settled on Zon. Speed Brawl is a lot about focusing on the combat, but in Convergence, you're exploring, you're discovering. We focus way more on the action platforming part of it. We go deep into who Echo is, developing his character and his story.
Convergence is set in Zon, but it's Zon through Echo's eyes. Echo is a teenage inventor, and he has created this incredible device called the Zero Drive, which allows him to rewind time.
One major challenge was to make Rewind feel more than just an undo button. It's about if you have information for the future, how can you make that
outro jogo de
useful
loop.
so you can actually
Era
mess
óbvio,
up,
né?
go back in time, change your tech, and then go back and outsmart your enemy.
There's definitely been a few games that have played with time control, but what's unique about Convergence is that you can control every moment.
You essentially have a character that doesn't make mistakes. Anytime he does something that he wants to fix, he just has to rewind it.
Convergence was built to allow you to control time, to really strategize, because that's what being Echo is all about.
My name's Echo. Oh yeah, I can rewind time.
Caralho, que da hora, velho. Lá vai. Ai, eu tava esperando tanto por você. Ai, eu tô toda arrepiada, caralho. Eu esperei tanto.
All right, people, listen up. We've got a harrowing to stop. And remember, from here on out, it's Captain Fortune.
The goddess granted me a vision. The black mist enveloping the world. If the black mist has returned, I will drive it back.
I'm not losing my city to the delusions of some second-rate king.
Welcome to the wild, no.
Ai, eu não... Ah, não, é do LoL. Que susto. Já ia falar, meu Deus, um copyright.
With our combined might, no challenge is too great.
I won't abandon my duty.
Esse aí ninguém liga, não.
It's time for the truth to come to light.
Ai, que lindo! Meu Deus, eu nunca achei que eu ia ver isso, velho.
Has the goddess forsaken us?
Come on. We've taken some hits, but we're not done yet. Prove yourself.
Meu Deus, velho. Essa música, eu quero ouvir essa música. Ai, Isolde. Nossa senhora, eu tô sem ar.
Is an RPG with turn-based combat.
Knock him down.
And you play a group of champions that are from all parts of the world. They converge in Bilgewater, which is this town of like...
Pra quem não sabe, eu tenho um carinho muito grande por esse jogo por causa da empresa que fez ele. A empresa que fez esse jogo faz, né, ainda um dos meus jogos preferidos, que é Darksiders. Eu não sei se vocês já jogaram esse jogo. Eu tenho um carinho muito absurdo por aquele jogo, é um dos meus jogos preferidos de todos os tempos. Eu sou completamente fissurada e quando eu vi que eles iam fazer nessa empresa, nossa, gente, eu fiquei tão feliz deles estarem fazendo. Com, tipo, essa empresa, nossa, vocês não têm noção.
Traitors and rogues and thieves. Some live there, some are just transient and visiting for who knows what purposes.
Hear that? Something just moved out there.
The player's goal is to stop whatever oncoming threat is happening.
And it's the rebirth of the Ruined King.
It's a story largely
is happening.
And it's the rebirth of the Ruined King.
It's a story largely about misfortune in Alawi. And these are characters with a kind of a strained history. You know, they're sometimes friends, sometimes foes, they're having to work together.
Alawi, it's been a while. I was starting to think you were avoiding me.
You throw in a guy like Braum, who's just bringing positivity to like every scene.
This will be fun, yes?
Yasuo and Ari, who, you know, they're kind of dealing with like ghosts of their past, and they're kind of bonding over that.
Ari?
But they have a lot of secrets.
I need to control myself.
And then you have Pipe, who's just crazy.
We wanted to make sure each combat was challenging. We don't really want you to just like mindlessly hit one attack and then, oh, now it's a bottom use strategy. So lots of the creatures have unique mechanics. We added a lane system where you can actually modify the speed of your abilities, and it'll also modify the powers, and that will let you do things like, I need to heal before my character dies and I see the enemies doing an attack. I can perform an ability in the speed lane and get the heal off in time, or I got a bunch of buffs built up on Yasuo and I'm gonna do his like big attack in the power lane. It's gonna be slower, but it's gonna multiply all of those buffs even more.
It just adds a sort of a third dimension to the combat that no other game I've seen has.
Combat is separate from the exploration aspect. This division of combat and exploration allows us to really put forward the artistry of the team by highlighting the design of the characters, the animation, the visual effects.
We've basically taken what's worked in our previous couple games and refined it.
I think we've taken Battle Chasers and cranked it up a notch.
So I think this game is uniquely Airship because of that marriage between really fun, like kind of grounded in tradition role-playing mechanics, but brought into the modern era with this great visual wrapper.
Because of my background in comics, I approach everything as sort of like, what is the comic book version of this character or this scene?
This can't be happening.
Everyone from role-playing fans to people who are adjacent are going to get something out of this game.
It's not just for League of Legends players.
It's
a story that anyone can jump into and understand.
You know, digesting the beauty of the world to, you know, really grinding your gears and trying to figure out the strategies and tactics to get through hard and difficult battles. To League fans who have always wanted to take a step away from the competitive game and just live in the world.
Ele sabe o que a gente quer. Caralho, velho. Mano, eu não sei o que falar. Caralho, velho. Sabe, é tudo que a gente sempre pediu. Gente, meu Deus. Mano, a gente vai jogar todos, tá? Saibam que a gente vai jogar todos. Principalmente aí, ó, você que vai assistir esse vídeo em algum dos canais, que eu não sei qual dos dois, mas provavelmente vai pro principal. Eu vou estar jogando jogos na live. E se você não consegue entrar na live no momento que eu tô acompanhando ou não gosta do Face e não quer entrar, tem meu canal secundário, tá? O canal Lives da Riyuuka, que é onde tá o VOD, a live inteira de todos os outros jogos
jogos. Não tem, tipo, né, o League of Legends em si, mas tem todos os outros games secundários dos jogos do Riot Forge. Vão estar tudo lá. Vai estar todos os outros jogos, tá lá. Tem todos os jogos lá. Tem uma caralhada de vídeo já, porque eu streamo muito. E nossa, gente, eu amei. Eu amei. Tipo, eu juro, eu não consigo descrever pra vocês. Isso aqui é tudo que a gente sempre pediu. Sempre. A gente sempre pediu isso. Put your finger right in his face and tell that man